Yeah, 1 second.
So today I'm going to be speaking on behalf of many Americans that feel like laws on gun control are suffocating us. Being American means you have the right to protect yourself, and we all deserve to feel safe in this great country. So I want you to listen to me when I say this. Gun control affects everyone. So for example, you could be out in public just going on a stroll, and someone could be walking next to you carrying a concealed weapon. You wanted to know about it. Wouldn't you want to know if there's someone next to you with a gun or a knife that could hurt you? Well, I'll use a personal experience from the other day. Yesterday I went out to the movies with Sean, and he points to a guy in the far corner. He's like, he's carrying a concealed weapon. I'm like, how do you know that? And he's like, well, they have a gun holster on their hip and they're using their jacket to cover it. Obviously, he had a permit to carry it, but that's not always the case with everyone. So I'm going to go through its steps real quick to see if someone's carrying a concealed weapon. So one thing is the security check. What people do is they touch or adjust the weapons that are in their pocket. They'll stick their hands in their pocket a lot. And then there's also the unnatural walk where they fail to bend their knees because they're hiding it inside their pants. So they'll try to walk really stiff-legged. Another thing they also do is the jacket swag. So they wear like a long trench coat, and they place the jacket, or they place the gun inside their jacket, and then the jacket will tilt slightly because of the weight of the gun. There's also the hunchback stride where they have a shotgun, a rifle, or a submachine when walking. There'll be the gun either in front of the armpit or in the back, and you'll be able to see that through their coat or whatever they're wearing. There can also be the outline of the weapon in their pocket, so like if they're carrying a pocket knife or a pistol in their pocket, you can see the outline of that. They also, obviously the most visible one is when they're carrying it in sight, just walking with it in their hands, like if they're on pink or something like that. Another thing they do a lot actually is palming, where they carry it in their palms and then they're wearing a trench coat or something like that, and then they tilt the wrist up and that hides it a little bit. But although if you look closely, you can actually see the weapon that they're carrying. Being able to carry your own weapons on yourself may not always be needed, but it is a right that Americans have. And this is proven by the Second Amendment, where it says that we have the right to bear arms if we see fit. Now, people who are opposed to firearms are people who don't have a need for them, and that's totally fine. Not everyone needs them. Everyone has different lifestyles. Some people have never thought about the importance of firearms in other people's lives. Some people use them for protection, for entertainment purposes, or just to have them and show them off at gun shows. Now, according to a national survey, 48% of gun owners own them for protection, and 32% of them own them for hunting and target shooting. Now, we all know that there are people who abuse guns. Criminals are criminals, and people have to remember that. So banning them is not going to work. The crime rate has risen in countries before where firearms have been banned, so why won't that happen here? It has been proven scientifically that when you tell someone they can't do something, that makes them want to do it even more. In England, where firearms were banned, crime rates rose 89% after the ban from what they originally were. Mentally unstable criminals will find a way, no matter the law, since when have criminals abided by the law before? It's just hurting everyone else around you. Guns do not decide to get up and shoot themselves. People kill people, and all humans have the freedom of choice to make the right decisions. No citizen should feel unsafe in his own home. Having the right to protect oneself should never be taken away. A lot of Americans feel like this is the case. One thing that people can do is to raise awareness. Just talk about it. Talk and tell people that guns don't pull the trigger, people do. Educate them. Teach people about safety. Being allowed to have guns in your home would make you feel safer, more protected. 79% of gun owners say that having a gun makes them feel safer, and along with that, 78% say it's something that they enjoy. Now compare that to the some percent and 9% of gun owners who feel that 7% say that are people that own guns but don't feel comfortable owning them, and then the 9% is people for family members that own guns, and they say that they're uncomfortable. So compare that to the 79% or the 78%. Do not hesitate to speak your mind. You have a voice, so you need to use it. For those of you that are afraid of guns, educate. Teach others safety. If you see someone, a friend, acquaintance, and they're willing to spare a few minutes to learn about guns, then just tell them. Tell them that it's not the guns that cause deaths. If you have the skill and knowledge to use a gun, and then someone wants to learn, teach them safety when teaching them how to use it. Now, obviously, we cannot control people and how they use guns, but laws or not, there will always be people who abuse them. It is up to us to spread the voice and spread awareness.